I'm not seeing eye to eye with that pastor, and I think he's not even in our church anymore.
Great.
But the acceptance, so your father has accepted you. And the congregants now have accepted you.
They call me Barony now.
Oh.
You know, it's like they are happy to see me on TV and all those things, because they know, like they knew that was my mother's prayer. All the women's fellowship people, whenever they have fasting and prayers and they ask for my mother's prayer request, my mother will take my CD and go and pray. So they knew my mom wanted this so bad. You understand? So it's like they're happy.
Oh, I'm teary as well. You can hear from her voice that she's teary. Oh God. Please, we need tissue. We need tissue in here. If you can help us with tissue. Thank God you're wearing shade. At least it cover the tears. But I'm teary as well, like to see your mother.
I have goosebumps, actually.
I want to just comment on the style of your sound, right? Just a breather, a breakaway from where we are.
True.
I want to comment on your style. I passed a comment earlier on that you sound very aggressive, almost like angry, almost like there's something you want to say it, right? I know how rap is. Either you're a battle style rapper or you're an aggressive rapper. But talking to you over the last 10-15 minutes, you seem very calm and laid back and soft-spoken and all that, right? I want to know if these pent-up emotions, everything from not being able to go home for up to a year, people praying against the same hustle you are hustling, all that, is that what we are hearing as rage and anger in your delivery?
I don't really have much friends going. I look at myself yesterday and I feel like I'm way better than how I was yesterday. So why can't I still push myself? So if you are going somewhere you can't actually find the road, it's best you come back and then you look at the map and you strategize and you move like you were saying. I always, as a human being, it's not always going to be like that. There are sometimes it's going to be bumpy and stuff, and I still just work hard and I just move on.
So if I can follow up with Lenny's question, as a follow-up to her question, there's never been a time when you felt that truly this spiritual thing is working. How there's a belief system we have. I believe in, what my eye doesn't see, which is the underworld or whatever it is. Yeah. And if I have people who are, and they say words carries power, it carries volume. If I have people who are constantly, speaking against my crafts, praying against my crafts, going wherever to ensure that my music does not, make the success or get the success that it should get. Maybe I'll say that and say, maybe it's truly working. Have you ever started to think that it's truly working? Gone on a fast for that, gone to the mountains to go and pray, and actually believed it and worked towards maybe the cancellation or, suspension of it or something?
Yeah. I think this is how my dad trained us. There are some pastors who will call you and then they will tell you that this is what I've seen about you. You are dying. You understand? Are you accepting that the pastor is saying you are dying, so you are going to die?
No.
My dad always told us that even if the person is the biggest prophet and the person is telling you that, start praying in your head and start refusing it and never believe it for yourself, because the God reveals to redeem. So me, anytime anybody says anything negative, because I'm a human being, it will shake me. But then I don't accept it. I feel like if you accept it, that is when it actually works on you. And I'm also given the will to also pray. Like I can also pray and say no to it. And so if you say this about me and I accepted that, okay, this is what you said, so this is how I'm going to end up, I think I'll go down. Even the psychological trauma alone can bring you down and you never do anything. And then they will win because they said it and you also didn't do anything about it. But I also prayed about it. I didn't just sit down. I prayed about it and I worked. Yeah.
I have why is Satan allowed to torture people in hell for disobeying the same God?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. Like, it's a tittillating, eye-opening, intriguing,
thought-provoking.
Yeah, I said it this morning when we were here. Like, I thought about it. I'm like,
it's a clear statement on the often obvious hypocrisy we find in religion, especially Christian religion. Yeah. And I want to know that, one, is this subliminal to the big picture of what you've told us about the imperfect people who go to church but will focus on Eno's life? about the people who, despite seeing Eno being successful in this, still will not open their eyes and say that, oh, it's not what we thought, let's love her. And then in general, on how we are as Ghanaians in accepting things that might not be traditional. Seeing a girl, I'm sure the whole world has talked to you about the same thing. You're a girl. That's one problem already. The second one is that, oh, papa say pastor. Second problem already. Those three questions, I know it's loaded, but we can take it off that same line you gave us about the devil disobeying God, and now he has become prefect, punishing us for the same thing he did. That hypocrisy. I want you to comment on that because it's in your rhymes, and I want to know the process that led to that.
I think aside doing it based on my story, I also didn't just do it for myself. I did it for all of us. And it's something that keeps bothering me because I feel like this is an angel who was like thrown away from heaven for disobedience. And we also going to him in hell. Like we're going to hell and he's ruling hell. So
what moral right?
I don't really get it. So it's like a question I've put in there for every listener to also debate on it for us to understand if there is a pastor who can actually tell us more about it. And recently I had a conversation with some pastors and they were telling me, some said Satan is not going to rule hell and vengeance is of God and the hell, we are, I'm not saying we, all sinners and everybody is going to be put in hell.
We are all sinners.
Together with the devil will be burnt. And he's not, somewhere also saying that he's going to take dominion over hell. Yeah. So it's like, it was a debate that like two pastors were having about this song. I was like, okay, let's leave it for the judgment day.
Is that what you want your music to do? Do you want to poke the conversations and then get these, poke the audience and then get these conversations started?
Most of my music always causes conversations. Like, even if it's a word play that people think is so controversial, it's still like, conversation. People will be like, she said that, she didn't say that. You know, God is a woman was a title that people were like, is God a man or a woman? There was a song that I asked, let me say it in Chi. Means me boy drama kitten na obi nkum nipa then you be judgement and on the same level. Like, you understand? So it's always a conversation. I don't know. I would like to know. There's that same way somebody also wants to know. So if my music comes out and it's like we are debating, maybe someone will tell us. Yeah.
So what do you think has worked for you as Eno Barony? Is this the thought provoking lines, the controversial lines? Because in our space, it's two things. It's either you come through the channel of controversy, where your lyrics or your songs are provocative or they suggest some kind of conversations that our culture does not accept, or you have some kind of strategy, a one-hit strategy that is, sustained throughout the period. For you, what would you say? Would you say you came through the controversial channel, or it's just your hard work, like you say?
Me, I never knew I was controversial. It's like, it's people who mention my name and they say that she's a controversial rapper. It's like, me, I just do me. And then I give it to management and they feel like, this is cool. Let's put this one out. And when it comes, it raises conversations. I am happy when people are talking about my music because the music is for the people. So I'm just happy. And I don't really think I have a particular strategy that if I do it like this, it would be like this. No, there should be an agenda, but then I don't have a particular strategy for all my music.
So when you say you are the king of queens, because I'm coming back to this because when you won the award over what you would call it, Amarado, I believe. But that was it Ghana Music Awards?
There was SAC in there, there was medical in there, there was strongman in there.
Best rap performance, right? And the conversation was heavy on why you didn't deserve to win it, know. And I don't know if you've spoken to it, but I just want you to expand a bit further. That you have hard-hitting bars, and it's only fair to call you the king of queens because personally, if you ask me, since the days of Abrawanana, I have not seen someone as loud as you in terms of a woman rapping. Right? And to go head-to-head with the men, because the industry is heavily male-driven, right? You have come in, and even listening to your story, now I'm beginning to appreciate you more because having to navigate all these things to come out, and still be not as, is it accepted? I don't, the question I'm trying to ask you is, do you think that people have now come to accept you that, you know what, this is Eno Barony, let's let her be?
I was named after Eno Amankwa.
Come on.
Eno Amankwa. I am Eno Amankwa. And Eno Amankwa, it was a queen that all the male kings like reports to.
In which traditional area? Where?
Wineso.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's my
What
great
region is that
grandma.
for those who
Ashanti region.
Okay.
You understand? And it's like I've always been told that I do my stuff like her.
Okay.
And me coming into this music thing, I use my name Eno because Eno means mother, like Obapini.
Right.
And somehow my name worked for me because it's like I don't answer to any woman when it comes to rap. And there are lots of females that I've seen call themselves queens. But I felt like just being a normal queen, like every queen, was something.
It was regular.
And then, like with the story of my great grandma, I felt like then I'm the king of queens. And it's like every name actually has an impact. Because I started saying, yeah, Eno, because I'm the mother of all rappers and I'm the king of queens. I started saying I'll be the first woman to win the Best Rapper Award when it was just my first interview with Dr. Pounds.
Wow.
And I have that video on like YouTube. You understand? It's like all those things I kept saying for myself. I was not just saying it for saying sake. I was like, let me work towards it with no plan. I didn't even know how I'm going to get there. And I won that Best Rapper Award, which looked impossible because there was not even a female category for females.
At all.
Then I started saying I'm the best female rapper in Africa when I have never stepped out of Ghana. And I won like Afrima for best female rapper in Africa. You understand? So it's like I call myself those things to like give myself a big target to reach. That is why I give myself those names. Not like I want to boss over anybody. It's for myself.
So do you believe that for you it's a cocktail of positive declarations or daring declarations?
Yeah,
plus
I mean,
talent,
speak
plus
good for yourself,
right,
and let it work on you.
But a lot of people have been speaking good for themselves, and
It's not working.
It's not
It's
really
not
working.
just speaking. I mean, speak good for yourself, and then you
Work
target it. You work towards it, and then it comes.
Angels and demons are all working together for my good. Sister, unpack it for me.
Yeah, I'm not perfect. I have my own demons. Like when I say I have my own demons, it doesn't mean I'm demonic. Like I have my bad side and my good side. Same way when you bring it to the press, we have good publicity and bad publicity all together working for my good, and that is all I meant.
You are not afraid of backlash, because from everything you've told us and the journey you've been on, one would expect for you to be overly cautious.
Yeah.
Hey, let me not say this, then I know they'll say that last time I said this crowd, they did this, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you don't care. You are going out and giving it to them as hard and raw as you can. And I want to know if you see this as your journey, like as your purpose as a musician to be unapologetically honest. Even if it means people will clearly misunderstand. Because what we've seen a lot of rappers, musicians, that they start like this, I'm the this, I'm the that, but every time the crowd roars, and then finally you have a very watered down artist that you don't even know again. But you have, controversy is like part of your brand now, whether you like it or not. If you say A is for apple, B is for ball, crap,
best rapper no cry then that's line.
You know, king of queens.
You say she won't say it. Have you heard that line? No. Before you continue, you have not heard that. Now my best rapper no cry then success.
Hey, which one is that?
So what did you say? Rap that one. Rap. What did you say?
I have a lot, so I don't know which one. No, seriously, unless you
the way you talked about
me,
the best rapper now, or my best rapper no cry then.
I think that was the King of Queens.
I think that was the God is a woman.
No, but even King of Queens.
Okay. The first line is God is a woman.
So say let me.
No, I was like, this is the birth of a new era.
Not the first line.
Freaking is some better sakleta. Is that
Have you heard? Have you heard?
Because God is a woman. I was trying to say it's a birth of a new era, like the females era. So tell the
male king should come and collect sack letter.
Tell whoever is the king to come for a sack letter because girls are ruling now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, another controversy. The name alone, God is a woman. Controversy.
Yeah.
King of queens. Controversy. So I am beginning to think that as much as people naturally look for that negativity in anything you are saying, or
also feeding them that content.
Exactly. It's now become like what Eminem was doing, right? Yeah. When Eminem came, if he says A, they say if he says B, they say and then after a while he was like, you know what? This is what you want me to be,
and I'll do it.
Let's do it. Are you there? Are we going to expect more blunt truth from Eno? Sister, look up. I see that the question is hard. We are looking down. So
I've gotten to that point where I know whether I do A or B, people will talk.
Yes, so I know. So does that mean that now Pierre and Hinge?
I am happy all the conversations are always about my music, and it's not about when to do cooking and you are discussing. So if it's actually about the music that is giving headache and people don't understand, I don't care. I'll just give it the honest truth that is inside me. Yeah.
So with your music and then with honest truth, I know that you do your writing yourself. Yeah. Right. With the song Don't Judge Me. Yeah. You put D Wills on. Yeah. Was there? Did you guys collab on the writing as well?
How did you even get
was
him? How she got
or was it just you? Was it just you doing the writing and giving it to him, or did you guys write together?
I think D Wills is a very good musician, and I'll say it's a collaboration. That's all I'll say. He's very good, and on getting him, I think after I did the music, after I recorded it, the whole song, it was lacking something. I needed a story to back it. A lot of people know me as Eno, but not everybody knows me as the child of it. You understand? And then this is me seeing this guy rapping on TikTok. And I feel like this guy is so dope.
He's a hard rapper.
And I linked up. I'm like, yo, I have this tune. I gave him the concept and he was like, I'm in America, I'll come next week.
Wow.
And then he came down, we did the song, shot the video. So dope. So it was a collaboration. That's all I'll say.
I just want to have one question.
Okay, go ahead.
The chorus or the hook is so good. I don't know why you kept it short. Why did you keep that part short? Was there a reason, or you wanted people to replay? You wanted the song to have a replay value?
Because you're replaying it now. Right?
Yeah, so it was intentional then. Yeah, because the hook is amazing. But yeah, talk to us about that part where D Wills comes into. You know, the play with his hook and how he sang. Because you could clearly tell that D Wills himself has equally faced, I think he's even faced more in the public's eye with what you have also gone through. Because he happens to be the son of a very known, charismatic leader, and with what we've seen him do on the social media trends and whatnot, his name is obviously always in the mouth of people being discussed and stuff like that. So, like Lerny said, when you guys met, what was that conversation like? Even though it was music, but what was the first conversation?
Funny enough, when we met, the conversation was like on social media before we actually met.
So when we met, you went into his DM?
Yeah, I DM'd him and I was like, I wanted us to do this. He said, tell me about it, and I gave him the concept. He said, this is a good concept because of this, and we were like, cool. When we met, we didn't talk. Cool. Are you serious? Like when we met, we started recording. Oh, yeah, because it's like he hadn't heard the music. I had told him about the concept, but he hadn't heard it. So immediately I met him. I was like, yo, listen. So immediately he heard it. He just put his headphones on. We recorded before we were like, yo, this is dope. We were just talking about music.
Wow.
It was music, and I left. And it was like a midnight recording too. So it's like, after I think that the recording, we were having a few conversations, but not about...
Like sounds and daughters
No. It was just... He's a hip-hop artist. Yes, so we were talking about rap and like how to put more stuff together. Yeah.
But you get Vimo. For all the people you could think of a collaboration with, D Wills and,
another controversy.
And like you get, like, where did that Vim come from? Apart from, he's not the only pastor's child that you know.
Yeah, but he's the only pastor's child I know that's hip-hop.
Yeah.
Did you talk about your shared trauma?
That's what I was going to say. You connected because
she said it didn't.
No, is it the connection? Is it because you know that look, this guy has tasted, what I've gone through or what I went through, and it would be nice for him to also tell us his side of the story.
You see, the pastors out there are known, but I actually don't know their kids. And he is the one that I know is a pastor's child. Aside that, I know he's a rapper.
I like that line.
I know some pastors' kids, but some of them are very, very quiff. And they won't want to do anything with a hip-hop artist. So even him, I didn't know if he was going to do it or not. It was a try-a-luck thing. And when I asked him, he said, yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
Now that you two have met and have created this Don't Judge Me, are we going to see more collaborations from you? And probably just moving it from one song to an album. I would love to see a D-Wills, Eno Barony.
Yeah, trust me, he has more songs out there, in there that are about to come out. So much dope songs. He's a very good rapper, trust me. So watch out.
Okay.
I want to find out from you, two children of pastors having to do the opposite of what their fathers do.
There's nothing opposite. We were just preaching.
No. Okay. When I say opposite, the activity of hip hop, the activity of rap. I mean, some people even say there's gospel rap, there's Christian rap, but we'll get to that. Don't you think that you are now preaching the sermon of rebelliousness, of rebellion, for those who are equally in that same situation? Because there are some pastors who are still talking to their children to do the Lord's will, which is come to church, have a ministry and so on and so forth. But you have two known kids of pastors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not a kid, you're not a kid, but I'm just saying that. Don't you think that on hindsight, the sermon is more or less like rebellion, do what you have to, because you had it easy. I won't say easy, but at least your father, extended his arms, received you, even after several tries and everything. But some other children are not getting it easy.
Some people have hit my DMs with this thing we are rebelling and stuff. I don't think so. I'm trying to let you know, the person that you are condemning, thinking that see, this is what they say. They say every man of God spend time preaching and praying for people, and they say they don't have time for their kids. And so when the devil wants to get through to them, they use their kids. So if you're a man of God and you want to believe that the devil is using your child, then that is when you allow the devil to actually use your child. The devil comes to destroy and steal, but that's when you actually allow him. When there are people in the Bible who were men of God's children, Eli's kids, and they did all those things. But they allowed themselves. You can have a child who wants to do hip-hop or anything different. Yours is to direct the child, but you cannot force the child to end up as you. So I am saying, me, the person that are thinking I'm evil, when I pray, God still answers. So don't judge me and think I am evil. Do you understand? Because I don't know how to put it. The fact that I am doing hip-hop doesn't mean I'm bad. If my dad had actually accepted me to do a hip-hop thing since I started when I was a kid, maybe I would have been way successful than I am right now. But because my dad didn't accept it, excuse me, because my dad didn't accept it in the beginning, I had to run. When I was running, I fell in a whole lot of bad contracts, a whole lot of bad places. There were people who wanted to take advantage of me because I want to come out. But if at that time when the first management came and they said your daughter is underage, we want to work with her, and okay, you want to do rap, and my father was fully supporting. What will I hide? But I have to run away. I have to be doing this, go to this boys here, and things will be happening, and I'll be feeling bad running back home. It's I don't know where to go. You understand? So you as a parent, you are just supposed to guide your kid. You are not supposed to impose things on your child. Some are very, very stubborn.
Right.
But then still listen to the person. The person has something the person want to do. Direct the person. That's it.
I have a follow-up in what you're saying. I love what you said, because a lot of, especially rap and hip hop artists, the alternative guys, the underground guys, even some of the mainstream guys, they'll tell you that doing rap or hip hop in Ghana, there was always that stereotype. Not just because your father is a pastor, or no matter what your father or your mother did, there was that misconception about rap. I want to know if this song is very specific to the spiritual, the religious home.
Yeah.
I want to know if you have intentions of opening up the conversation, just like you said now, through your music, to be more of
an
advocate, exactly, and an inspiration, and to give that clarity to the parents out there who are listening. Like you said, that your daughter or your son wanting to do this is not the beginning of doom. And the earlier you jump on board and support it, the more you can protect and be the better parent. You know, I really want to, because you have the platform, you have that brand, and you are noted for being able to speak your truth, regardless who it will treat or how it will come out.
I think I've started, like, I've been talking about that thing, like, most of the times I've been talking about parents. I actually wanted to bring an EP out with this song called, like, The Pastor's Daughter, but I just stopped. And then I was like, ruthless. And I still just stopped because of certain reasons. But then I always tell parents that if this is what your child actually wants to do, yours is to focus on, like, you just pray for the kid. Because being a hip-hop artist doesn't mean I'm a bad person. At first, I understand our parents because we didn't actually have some examples they were supposed to look up to. But now we have a lot. Sarkodie is a rapper. You let me use our musical president, our past musical president, who was also a rapper. Obuo. You understand? I am a rapper. There are so many rappers out there who are also doing good in life. And people always thought it's not a career. My dad has accepted me, but my dad always says rap is a hobby. You know? So it's like, because a lot of people were seeing that thing that, at first you hear the musician went to do drugs, he went to swallow this one, this one. So no parents want to see their kids fail. So they were like, you don't have to do it. But I think it's up to the parents now to know that this is a career that if you focus on, it's just like a doctor cashing out. Your child can also cash out from there in a good way.
I want to read a tweet here. It's from Real Con. It says, guys, at Eno Barony is going through a whole lot than meets the eye. Sorry. She's carrying trauma, heavy trauma. My heart and prayers goes out to her. You're carrying trauma.
I'm not. I've seen it, but I don't let it weigh me down. And it's not actually an issue anymore.
I want to know about the feedback before Olele comes in. The feedback from the Will's camp. I'm particular about it because you have done this over and over. Whether we like it or not, this is your space. Whether we are criticizing you or not, whether the church likes it or not, you've come to stay and you've proven that to us. But this young man is who society is yet to accept that he says he wants to do this. I'm sure people will say, hey, watching now where we are trying to pull him off. We are trying to pull him off this, and you are taking him back there. What's been the feedback from his camp to you?
I think right when the artwork came out, my management were like, people were hitting my DM, wanting us not to bring the song, and their church members, and this.
Wow.
You know, and they didn't even know the kind of song that was even coming, and they started judging us. When the song came, there are some comments that are even in open sites that this guy is demonic and you putting yourself with him, you are going to go down. Watch me.
The Rose guy is demonic.
That's what somebody came to write. A whole lot of people have said a whole lot of negative things, and a whole lot of people have said positive things. All I care about is the Rose is so happy about this collaboration. And I am happy about it. So I don't really want to pay attention to what anybody will say. Because the things that I said in the song, I never said our parents are doing this or that. I'm just talking to everybody. And it's not just for pastors' children. It's for all of us to have a reality check. Like I'm talking about people who cannot speak English, yet they want to go to English-speaking churches. And it's like time to pray. And you are like, oh God, God, you are it's like you are saying things that
You don't understand.
yes, just be real with yourself and your God. That's why I'm like when you bring bro like
I know they are treating crowd because me tika bia papa bia sa. So like I'm like
no. If you can speak English, you understand English and you pray in English, there's nothing wrong with it because obroni bompire obrofuma nyamiti. We are tuning out to brofuna bompire brofuma. God will answer you. Like God listens.
So you're talking about those
like
who
you can't speak English and you want to pray in English because people are watching or people are around.
So the fake
you are not
Christian
praying.
life.
Yeah. And aside that, it's like recently me an episode in Abiana, we went to church and a certain woman called me.
Oh.
And she, as respectful as I was to the woman, I was like, hi. And she asked me, why this? And
In church.
yes, I looked at her and I was like, my manager was like, she said, I had a pink suit on. I still have the picture with Gifty Auntie on my page right now. Pink suit with this hair. She said, why the pink? Why the pink?
How does that concern you?
And I didn't say anything. I was just watching it. And the woman asked my manager, I don't want to brofo. So if I had like
responded,
They'll
there
react to
I
your
am the
reaction.
bad one, right? But you see, the church is there to save every soul. The church is not there to condemn people, and it's not only the righteous that is supposed to enter the church.
Preach.
But when people enter church, they are like, hey, and then they're I say we don't even belong here. You understand?
I'm a
But
corporate though. I do that to people I know.
Easy.
Like I see people like Jericho. I'm sorry. I used to do that. Like
Repent.
Let me repent. I used to see people
right
I
now.
know in the media space at Jericho. I remember very well. Candyman. He's now in the US. I said, hey, what's what about you know, and he said, "Hey, free me so."
prayers is
I
for
do that.
Prayers is for
Sometimes,
everybody.
To be fair, it's a reflex. It's a reflex.
I don't think it's a
It's our
reflex.
society.
No, it's a
It's not
reflex.
reflex.
I personally think it's a reflex. Like, I don't think you meant any malice when you said "Uswabaha." You get
You know
me?
what?
Like,
you know,
even
let me cut you before you go for your lorry is not church. The Ghanaians, we have a problem of differentiating between humor and ridicule.
first.
A lot of people ridicule people, not thinking about how the person will feel and react, and they'll say, "Oh, now
I was just joking. Yeah.
We confuse ridicule and humor a lot. That's why we see somebody like me myself. Like, let me use myself as an example. I posted something on Twitter about it, so I can say it. I went into an office, and a lady I knew, an old friend, was like, "Hey, your stomach camo," and then out of reflex, because I'm Sarah, I said, "Oh, Charlie, I want match you." You understand? Yeah. She thought she was being funny in the middle of her office.
But you also matched her
and I was also being funny.
But
when I came back down from the elevator, she was sitting there. She didn't even raise her head to look at me. She was angry.
No.
But would you say that was a reflex?
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying. That we know how to dish it.
Yeah. But we don't know how
But
to
when
take
it's
it.
reciprocated, then it's offensive. So in her example, if she had responded on the pink, that would have trended more than. I'm looking at the picture now. What is wrong with this outfit? What is wrong with this? Is this it, right?
Yeah,
what's wrong with this? That you
Fully
embarrass
covered.
somebody at church.
Yeah, and fully covered.
You
Today. If
understand?
you don't cover, they
So-
say, "Oh, hey."
Now you are covered
covered
too.
too.
They say, "Why
Question.
pink?"
You know,
don't
I mean,
understand.
come on.
And
Anyway,
it was even like a program at church, like Gifty Auntie's 25 years anniversary, and we went to celebrate her.
And they saw
And
two
that
gospel
was-
don't want to be.
I don't know. And you see the video of me singing gospel that went viral. It's like, I don't know why people think,
you're not supposed to sing it. Or you
yeah.
can't.
No, but that's not the first time.
Yeah, that is what I've been doing my whole life before I knew rap. Like, I sing in church.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Thank you for getting us there. I wanted to ask.
Okay, go ahead.
We had Kobe Sam on our show on our show a couple of weeks back, and he spoke about being
A contemporary gospel.
contemporary gospel artist, and the difficulty and them not being able to accept the rap form. So they get the sense that he wants to do something for the gospel, for the church.
Yeah.
But because he has packaged it in rap and they are no go, the way he has cut his hair, why are you wearing that? All the regular questions you are bringing up now. And I want to know that as you are crusading for this acceptance and deeper thought, should we expect to see you collaborating more with the rappers who are, should I say, on the other side? Not that there's a good and bad side, but of course, he is invested in a career in gospel rap.
I think I should have even thought that when I was doing my last album. My last album, I wanted to feature only females, but I wanted a gospel female artist in there. Funny enough, I contacted about 4 female gospel musicians and they turned me down.
Wow. Turned you down?
Yes.
Did they give an
reasons? Exactly.
I think one person gave me a tangible reason, but the rest, it was like you could feel the judgment. It was a rap song, like it was a rap gospel, and I was like,
do you want to
send them the song?
Do you want to name these artists?
The song is out. No, I don't want to name them.
Are they young or older?
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
Young or older?
Are they old? Like
They are there. They are out.
They are there. They are there.
Yes.
Did you send them the song and say, hey, here's the song? Can
Listen
you jump
to it.
on
I
it?
sent
Or-
2 of them the songs, and you could just feel the judgments thing. One person was like, at the mention of my name,
Every feet shall run.
but one person actually gave me like a tangible reason why she can't.
Which
be on
is?
it.
Which was what?
No, it was like she also had something doing at that time, so
Okay.
I didn't force
So
it.
that means she would have loved to
But
be
the
on it.
3, the 3, I just stopped. I didn't want to go further.
How often do you get that?
So, me,
Yeah, people like rejections from. How difficult is it? Looking at your brand and people, you know how Ghanaian we are.
I don't really get
hyper-religious.
it. I got it
This time.
that time. I am someone that I don't work with people because I know you. No.
Just being the time.
Unless I have the music and I feel like this music actually fits this person, and then I give it to you. And if you're not gonna do it, I put it down. So it's like with that one, it was money. I was like, I can do this song. I'll sing and rap on it. And management was like, no, let's get a gospel person on it. And because the gospel people, some of them were acting some way, you have to personally talk to them. And that is how I got with the rejection and everything. But I don't get that rejection thing. If the song doesn't fit you, I won't give it to you. Yeah.
I mean,
No, you mentioned your all-female album.
Yeah.
I mean, before you released the album, there was the whole frenzy. Everybody was happy about it and all of that.
Yeah.
The songs on it are good. But after that, after its release, we didn't see that the push, or we didn't see it get the buzz that we were expecting it to get. What would you say happened to that?
I think before the release of this album, I was like, well, some of the songs were known, even though I was not personally like making the moves, because if you recall, I was very sick after 2021. I was not okay. So we were doing what we could do, but not like you were not seeing me, out there, because 4 of the songs out of this album got nominated at VGMA. The one with Wendy Shay, God is a Woman, won the best rapper. The one it's yeah, it's like I got 4 nominations out of this album, so it was. I would say it did good.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, so I wanted to just go a little bit back on the whole collaborating with the gospel artists. I think Sister Ndonko had an issue
when she
did a song
collaborated with Ifya Akwabwa, and I think Gideon of what's the name of that thing? There's a reality show, a little guy that she discovered. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and there was
She
a
got
whole
backlash.
lot of backlash.
That she shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yes, it be
Done
like,
with secular
why did you put
artists.
Ifya on a song and all that? You know, a whole lot of backlash going on. Even Tasha Cobbs faced the same
Yeah.
thing with Nicki Minaj,
Nicki Minaj, yeah.
for one of the records. How do you feel as an artist, as a female artist, having to try and get either your big sisters on board too, because the church, quote unquote, did not had not accepted you, had not received you, but for your father, and then you look up to these women of God who are supposed to be the ones that you can easily have a conversation. Because sometimes I feel like the difficulty is having to have the conversation with the males, right? Because they don't really understand what you're dealing with, right? But when you're talking woman to woman, it should be easy. But
I think me talking man to woman is easy for me though.
Why?
I like myself in the space of guys than in the space of females.
Is
there
it
a
because
reason?
is it because of the
I have always been like
experiences
that. No,
you had when
I have
you were
always
young?
been a guy's girl. Like
Is it rap?
I don't know.
Is it a
I
thing
don't
with rap.
It's not the rap thing. Like I function well when I'm in the midst of
Less
males.
judgment.
I just don't know. I'm okay when I'm in the midst of males. I don't feel okay when I'm with females.
You don't feel okay when you're with females. So has there been a point where people have suspected that you were,
Oh, a whole lot of times.
and how have you taken that?
But if I'm not, it doesn't have to bother me. Yeah.
No, but I wanted you to talk to me about.
I didn't get your question. They suspected that she's what?
No,
Me too. I don't understand, but I laughed.
It's like when you follow people and you have to show people what you are not even supposed to show, and they're like, if you are not, then
prove yourself. So,
you understand. But why I've the fact that they post pay, let me say get paid. Come on,
come on now. So yeah, I wanted you to just talk to me a little bit on the whole woman-to-woman conversation, woman-to-woman relationship. Do you have mentors in the game, or do you have mothers or sisters in the game that you can call, pick up the phone and call, and talk to them and say, hey, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, and how, if you want to celebrate them, why not? Go ahead.
God bless confidence.
Confidence of Afro.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. When the whole Ghana was like, this girl don't know how to dress. She don't know how to do this. And then all of a sudden, everything turned out different. How did you think I just woke up and everything turned? No. She's been somebody who has always got my back from the beginning of my career. She told me, I see you like Miss Ellis. I see you like different.
Sure.
And it's like, I was the one who was not even opening up at that time. You understand? And she has been I call her my glam mother, not grandma, like glam mother.
Yeah.
You understand? She was part of the directing of the whole God is a Woman video. You understand?
Wow.
Like Stacey Amwatin has been my mom. When my days of running away, sometimes I go and stay in her house.
Wow.
For months.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And I stay with Stacey and Ochami Kofi for a while. So it's like I have mothers in the game that I talk to when it's bad. There are times where I give up and I can cry the whole night, and Stacey will be with me on the phone till morning. And in the morning when she sees me and I'm smiling, she insults me.
On your heart side.
Yeah. And I mean, coming close to Abewanana.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
Abewanana is someone that I adored so much. And Abewanana will tell me the reality of the game anytime, any day. She has my back. You know, I like Miss Bell so much. Anytime she sees you, she'll give you that vim. It's like anybody that I've seen do anything in the industry, and it's like a woman like up there. I always like want to give you that maximum respect, and it's like they always want to give back to me by advising and shielding me, you know, trying to make me know that I'm different, I'm special, and I have to keep on going. Sometimes it's not just myself, my mind or my brains that are telling me that don't give up, but you have all these people also talking.
So you have a support system.
Yes, for confidence. God bless you. If I do anything bad right now, and that woman calls out shake, it's like my mom, like the way she chastised me.
Wow.
I'm told we have 8 minutes more. I know that some people still have questions.
Yes,
let me ask, maybe just two, and just hand over. Or let me do one.
Just two.
So, you know, I looked at this video. When I watched, I think I watched it with some production people, and I looked at it. I think it was Ricky and Anita, and I said, Eno akoda coffee mubium.
It was.
I think it was me and Anita, and I said, "Eno akoda coffee mubium." Remember that tweet that got us talking?
Yeah.
So why Sanko yes, you want to say I didn't any panic?
Of course.
You are not afraid. For those of you back in the day, medical tweeted that she looked like a ghost.
Yes.
You know, and I was like, why did you even have to go do that? When I was watching it with Anita, and I was like, no, why did she have to do this? And then you talked about how people said you had brought a coffin on stage. What is it? Yeah. Don't you fear things like that? And why did you want to do that, to bring that conversation?
So the song is Don't Judge Me. When is judgment going to happen? We feel like judgment happens when you have passed. And so me talking to God is like, reality is like when you are dead and you are talking to God. Dear God, comparing my good deeds to my bad, like my baby do here, I'm not sure I'll make it to heaven. But I don't want to go to hell. Then I wake up. So that's what it's trying to, like the video is trying to say, that check yourself. So right now, if you die right now, are you making it to heaven or hell?
And there's a salvation and our preaching.
That's what she said, that she's preaching in a different way. Yeah, and then my final question is, why is it become so difficult to see Eno? I don't know why to say it's difficult, but to see Eno flourish beyond Ghana.
Yeah,
you know?
Myself, I always ask that question because me, I've done whatever it takes, and my management is also trying to push. But I always feel like, I enjoy chess, so I'm still working. It's not just me, like most of the females in Ghana is like, we do so good in Ghana, but we don't really do good outside Ghana.
But with what MzGee has asked, right, have you tried reaching out to some female artists internationally, not even just female, maybe artists generally internationally outside Ghana
a whole lot. And I believe in God's time, a whole lot, because I will want to see myself out there.
But what happens with it then? If you reach out to a whole lot of them?
It's always like it's in the process, but
it's in the pipeline.
You can't tell whether the person is doing it or not, you know. But I'm working on an all-female African female rappers project, though.
Okay. Who are these people?
Recently, the best female rapper from Liberia came to my house. I was there for a while. I'm doing a collaboration with 2 people from South Africa, and watch out for the rest.
Are you going to Niger?
She
didn't answer that. She doesn't answer that.
Watch out for the rest.
She's quiet.
Watch out.
Let's talk about Ghanaian women and rap in this country. You are literally holding the torch, right? With the grounds you've gained and the impact you've made and where you headed to. Have you expanded, your impact in raising, young and upcoming female rappers who would, be on your side and help you push the agenda? Because, like I said, it's male-driven, and we don't have quite a number of the ladies out there. Even the singers are struggling. How much more, rap? So what have you discovered? What gap have you identified, and what are you looking to do to bridge it?
I think I have a Barony gang. Barony gang is not just people who are just supporting me, but females who are talented. Not just female rappers though. Right. Females who are have ambitions are what I always put together to make my gang. So you see most of the girls I work with, dance with and everything. It's a gang that we actually pushing females with ambitions. Right. But then aside that, I've seen a lot of female rappers who are upcoming, and I'm not in the position to sign you. But then I do my best. My last album had 5 upcoming female rappers in there. And aside that, there are lots of things that we do, closed doors. But I'm not here to sign anybody. I'm doing my best. If it gets to when the person wants to appreciate me, that's cool.
Yeah. And I know you are also, that's my last question, I know you are also into real estate business. How's that going so far? And
it's not real estate like that. People are putting me somewhere, pal.
Something like
Magic Minds.
Something like real estate.
People only saw the land though. Magic Minds is not just a recording label. It's like we have another side of us that is into building construction, land sales and stuff. So it's like if you want to build like your beautiful office here, we've got people who can do that, and we have lands for sale, especially at the mountainous areas. Right. So you can hook us up if you want to buy some land.
So are you a founder of Magic Minds, or you?
I'm not I'm a
shareholder.
I'll say I'm a CEO, not a CEO. Which one is the big one?
The COO is the big one.
The big one.
The CEO is the big one.
CEO is the big one.
And the CEO is
CEO, that's the big one, not COO.
But you can be a CEO.
I am I'm the face of Magic Minds. Let me say
because you can be a CEO and not own the business.
Yes,
you can be hired.
I'm a shareholder, though.
Yes, that's nice.
Do you have any more? Do you have any more questions?
No, I just wish her the best. And I'm very happy that she's bold in the face of Ghanaian backlash. Stay bold, stay hard, Charlie, and all the best.
I think someone wants to ask on Facebook, Enoch Success. He says, can you please ask Eno to name her top 5 rappers, excluding herself?
Please don't judge me.
My top 5 rappers.
Yes, excluding yourself.
Yeah, Kanye West.
1.
Missy Elliott.
2.
Excluding myself.
Yeah. That was hard, isn't it?
It's hard to not
Kendrick.
3.
Sack.
4.
Strong Mind.
Wow.
At certain point, I thought you were not going to come home. I thought you were just going to strategic and not come home,
5,
no, that was 4. I'm Rado.
Oh.
Yeah.
You did 5.
That's 6. So now that's 6.
Oh, 6.
Because you mentioned Kendrick, Sack,
Missy Elliott,
Kanye, and then Amarado, and then now Strong Man.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Lovely.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you. I think that we've all enjoyed the session where you talked about the song. It's the conversation has really been about the song and everything, therein. And, we have another LPM, and again, let's C-Real ready because I don't have that voice,
No,
you are the one who's having the voice.
This one is MzGee. I'll do it.
So your voice.
Let's go.
I know you use my hard voice all the time.
Let's say sweet voice.
Oh, let's use your sweet voice.
Me, my
Your
voice.
sweet
Yes,
voice. Oh, please.
ma'am.
Oh, Charlie, you read the thing for us, I beg. That's it.
Ricky has sent it already. A long essay.
Well, please read so that we can say bye.
Get ready for the city's hottest streetwear pop-up and concert dubbed Merch Mania 2K22. The culture happening on the 2nd of December 2022 at the 3 Music headquarters from 12 noon till 11 p.m. Come and be entertained by your favorites, Spacely, Lamim Gan, Lasmid, La Russo, Baba J, Young Dems, and many more. Get your tickets by dialing *713 *33 *217# or call on 050-193-6691 for more information. Partners 3 Music, 3 Media Networks, Comeback Service, and Creatures, brought to you by Samfido Lifestyle, Labadi Music, and Bandwagon. So Merch Mania on the 2nd of December, 12 noon to 11 p.m. this Friday, 3 Music HQ.
It's a holiday. You need to come by. We'll be here to party with you all through. Thank you so much, Eno Barony, for coming through.
Thank you.
King of Queens, the rap goddess. We wish you all the best. And you guys, go stream the song. Don't judge me, Eno and the Wills, and definitely listen to the lyrics and go preach it in your church. Thanks to C-Real, Lerny, and Olele for joining us as team members. We are in-house people. And my name is MzGee. We are back again tomorrow for the throwback edition. And
WCW Africa is up next on 3
Please,
Music
are they going to
TV.
start? Are you starting the WCW with Don't Judge Me? Maybe you need to start it with that
We
as
will.
you say bye. Anyway,
Ash is here, dear.
enjoy the morning.